Hello, everybody. 2 weeks in a row that we've been on time. Oh dear, can you not hear me now?
I can't hear you. Just a minute.
Can everybody else hear me? You heard me a minute ago. Noelle can't hear us. Oh, she can hear us both. Okay.
Kelly, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. So can everybody else.
I can't hear you.
Okay, well, Noelle works this out. Hello, everybody. We've got lots of people in here. Hi, Valerie, Barb, Wendy, Mary. Hi, Mary. Everybody's here. Catherine's here. Hi, Catherine. And Heather, who's on section 8 of the night shift shawl. Tracy, Luana, Sheila, Joan, Janie, Trudy, Emily. Hi, Emily. Susan. Noelle, did you remember to charge them? She can't hear me. I don't know why I'm talking to her. Just keep going.
Okay. I'll say hi to everybody. I can see that Kelly's not talking now, but I can't hear a word she's saying.
I have to write notes. Can I write her a note?
So can you guys hear both of us?
Yes, they can.
Yes. Let me see here.
We recorded our podcast today too. And I'm wondering if all the chatting.
Anyways, I'll just go through and say hi to everybody.
No.
No, because even if I take them out, I can't hear.
Yeah, because you're plugged into wireless.
I checked, they're connected.
Okay. Well.
Did you hit something or? Because I didn't touch anything. I just went into the other room. Let's see here.
No, your mic is live.
I have the volume up to 100%, so when you do come in, it's going to be loud.
Okay. This is going to be tricky. Really tricky. No.
Anyway, I'll just watch your lips. You talk. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll just knit.
Well, okay.
This technology, it's annoying when it doesn't work right.
Let me see.
Okay, Kelly, what if I try leaving and then you sign me in again? Okay, I'm going to leave studio and then put me in again.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if she can come back under the same link or if I have to send her another link now. Okay, so sorry about this, everybody. We podcast today and everything was working fine. And it was working. We did a test like 10 minutes before this and everything was good. And then she went out in the kitchen to tell Ross to talk a little quieter. And when she came back, things got really quiet because she can't hear. So, okay, she's coming back. Let's see if she can. Can you hear us now? Oh dear. Okay. Unhook your speakers and hopefully there's no echo. I hope she can read lips. Okay, we'll wait for her to catch up. All right, so what has everybody got going on tonight? Joan has started her night shift shawl. Isn't it fun? Joan, it is so fun. And yes, Janie, woot woot for Tuesdays. Okay, let's bring Noelle back. Okay, can you hear us now?
Okay.
We can hear you. So no cussing.
You talk, I'll try and figure it out.
Okay. I'll keep bringing you in. You keep. She doesn't know what I'm saying. Why am I talking? Okay, so Trudy ordered yarn and has only received one ball. And they haven't returned a call. Well, Trudy, I'm really sorry to hear that. I've been working on mine a little bit. Let me see. Let me pull it up here. This is what I've got. I haven't done a lot on this since last week's Knitchat, but I've got a couple of new colors that have shown up. And the colors that I'm using are 7 and 16. And I think this one is 7 and 16. So that's what I'm working on. And we've been watching in the Ravelry group that everybody is chatting. And oh my goodness, you guys, there's so much in there. You guys have been so busy and it's fantastic. And I love looking at all the colors. This is inspiration. I don't really know if I need a third one, but you're kind of inspiring me to pick up needles again and throw a third one on. I feel like I should write her a note. Well, she's playing music. Anything yet? No.
It was working fine till I got up. I didn't touch anything. Anyway, just let me check these. Turn them off. I can hear now.
There we go.
Yeah, but I have them off, so it must have been something with this.
But I bet if you turn them back on now.
We'll try again.
I think maybe you went out of range when you went to find Ross. I don't know. Okay. And
yes, you're back in my head.
Okay. Just exactly where I should be, right in your head.
There you go. The old standby. If it doesn't work, turn it off and turn it on again.
Right. Reboot, reboot, reboot. That's how it works.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Every week we have to have something. It would be no fun if everything were easy, right?
Oh, seriously, anyway. Okay. Hi, everybody. Panic. My heart's in like overdrive.
And this is why you didn't want to live stream ever, right? You always said, I'm too scared to live stream. Things will go wrong. Yes, they will. For sure they will. We know this now.
And what we learned, automatically, if something doesn't work, turn it off and turn it back on.
Start again. That's right.
Okay. Okay. Well, you've already said hi to everybody that's in here.
I've said hi.
Okay.
I didn't
hi,
say
everybody.
You know what I didn't say, though? I didn't even say who we were. I got so distracted. So
you were the silent Kelly.
Kelly is never without something to say. Let me just tell you that. So we are Knits N Pieces, and this is our Tuesday night knit chat, and it is an informal knitting group, a virtual knitting group, very informal.
Very informal.
Most of the time, it's a hot mess. There you go. And we do also have a regular podcast that we record once a month, and it's more formal and usually a lot less glitchy. And we did record an episode today, and so we should have that up for you on Thursday. So you should be able to enjoy that, and hopefully.
And that actually had sound.
It had sound. We hope it did. I don't know. We really just finished recording an hour ago.
Yeah.
So we're hoping it did. Okay. I'm way behind.
Yeah. Michelle said I should have a sip of something. I probably should have like a gulp of something. Anyway, I'm calm now.
She might need more than
that's right, Julie. A deep breath.
There we go.
Hi, Kathy. Yeah, Susan says no worries, they can roll with it. Well, that's good because If it's a tech problem, we've had it at one point or another.
Truly, we truly have. So okay.
Anyway,
I'm just gonna. If I skip over a bunch of people, I'm sorry, but we've got to catch up. Hi, Kathy.
Oh.
Kathy's here.
Yep.
Oh, Barb wants to know how bingo was. Okay, I still have my bingo up. I had it. It was a little bit more glittery because so to catch you up, we played Pride Bingo on the weekend with Aaron and Chip from Fiber Hustle, and this was I think I had this color going. Yeah, so I had rainbow colors. I have my rainbow fabric behind me for Pride, and I cast on a sock that was stripy to work on, and I won. I won at bingo. I was actually the first winner of the first game, and then it was all downhill from there. Nothing going on, but it was so much fun.
I got so many numbers that I almost finished the whole front of a sweater while I was knitting. I swear my number system was not in the normal algebraic number system.
It was a lot of fun.
That's okay. It was fun. Yep.
Yeah. They had enough people. I think that they hosted 2 sessions of bingo, and we were in the first session at 2:00 our time. And then they had one coming up behind that. So hats off to them, because it's a lot of work.
Well, you look at just this, like the issues that you can have just in doing, like a Knitchat. So I can't imagine coordinating all of that to get like that many people on a Zoom call, get out different bingo cards to everybody. And hats off to them. It's a whole lot of work.
Yes. So we hope to play again with them.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a lot of fun. And we met some nice people in there. It was a fun group. They had a good playlist, and there was lots of chatter.
Yep.
Some shenanigans.
Yeah, and the bingos went by relatively quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, congratulations, Sarah. Yes. Winner, chicken dinner, Julia. That's great. Sarah won a pattern in a Cal from the Forest City Knit Girls. Congratulations. What pattern did you win, Sarah? Do you know yet, or is it a surprise pattern?
Or do you get to pick it, or? Yeah. Anyway, we have Margot here. She said she finally gets to listen to a live Knitchat. Well, it wasn't so exciting at the beginning. But
so sorry. You know what? I know that you guys know that we try. So when something goes wrong, I don't feel, I just feel bad, but it's not like, it's not
okay. Well, I can honestly
pressure.
say I had that feeling in the pit of my stomach that I did before we did the first one. The sound wouldn't come on.
It's not like such a huge pressure, because you know what? I know that everybody here is now comfortable with us.
Yeah.
They know the hot mess we are.
Yep.
And if something goes wrong, it's not the end of the world anyway.
No.
So.
Okay. So Tracy wants to know what we're wearing. So Kelly, you go ahead first.
I feel like I've done this once today. Yeah. So that's another thing too. So I'll mention it again. We did record a podcast today. So we were wearing what we're wearing now, because we just finished an hour ago. So if you watch that episode, and we truly hope you will, if you watch that episode, we haven't just lived all week in these same clothes. This is just today. And so I'm wearing the Shane sweater. Get some hair out of the way here. And it's made out of Godifera arborea, and it's a cotton chain construction yarn. And so it's a crop sweater. You can see it's pretty short. I have it on like under, I've got like a rompery. Is it called a romper? They're wide-legged jumper.
Jumpsuit. Because I thought a romper was a shorter one, would be like shorts.
Okay. So if they're
longer,
above my ankle.
Yeah,
they're like palazzo pants above my ankle. And it's just got little spaghetti straps, which are now showing. But anyway, so it's, I really love the sweater. It's got lots of positive ease. So it just kind of like hangs out over top of a garment. I would call it like a layering piece. I often wear it over just a dress. And it gave me some grief when I was knitting it. But all that's behind me now, and I actually really like it. I do wear it
Yeah,
quite a bit.
it's nice.
I really like the pattern. I think we mentioned it in the podcast, but I think it was Julia who said that she's either making one or had made one, and she did the lace panels in the front as well as the back of the sweater, because the back of this one is just plain stockinette. And I really like that idea. And I'm a little jealous that I didn't think about it when I was knitting it, because I think that would have been nice too, because the front has sort of like a little V in the hemline, and I think that would have looked nice at the back as well. So that's what I'm wearing. Noelle?
Okay, I am wearing the Lexa. It's a little tee. I'll just stand up if I don't disconnect anything when I stand up. So it's just a little tee. It's got a little bit of detail down the side, and then just a lace yoke at the top. It's called Lexa. It's by Hada Knits on Ravelry, and I knit it in Diamond Luxury Pimo cotton lace. So it is 60% cotton, 40% linen, and it was a lace weight yarn. So I held it double. So to get a fingering. Yeah, it's really nice, comfortable.
And I really like the color.
Yeah, thanks. It's not pink.
It's not pink.
Yeah, it's called Not Pink. That's the color.
So Julia actually says that she's working. Oh, she ended up putting only the lace panel
in the works. Okay.
Okay. Well, that was my issue too, Julia, and I did run out of yarn. Hence the what arm can I show you? This. You'll see the micro striping in the sleeves. That's because I ran out of yarn, and because the yarn is not actually the yarn that was called for in the pattern, and I was able to achieve stitch gauge, but not row gauge. My row gauge was short with this. So I ended up having to do an additional section of lace panel just to make it long enough. Otherwise, like it would have been, it's already pretty short. And had I gone like where the pattern ended, I feel like it would have been a bralette. And I wasn't feeling the bralette idea. The crop is enough, right? But anyhow.
Anyway, someone wanted to know what weight your weight is. Is that an Aran or a worsted?
This is
your sweater. It was originally called for Kestrel, didn't it? Which I think is like a worsted Aran weight.
Yes.
And this is a fingering.
Okay.
So,
but this is a chain construction, and I think Kestrel is as well, is it not? You knit with Kestrel, yeah. So it's a chain construction.
Okay, so right now I'm working on I have to show this.
Looks so good.
My Shifty sweater. I've divided for the arms. Actually, I was doing that. I had just divided when we were doing the podcast, and I did a couple more rows after because I wanted to try it on before I went farther. So when you were talking about the crop top, I tried this on, right? So it only comes to like here. And I showed it to Ross and I go, do you think it's long enough?
And what did he say?
He says, sure.
Oh, Ross.
Anyway, so, and it fits perfectly. I'm so happy with it. And now, so all I have to do now is just knit down. So I don't have to do any more increases or any more adjustments. I don't have to do any more math. I can just knit straight down. But
will it still be fun?
Yes, it is fun. The Shifty pattern is fun.
Yes. Janet just joined us from Moncton.
Hi, Janet.
Gotta love the East Coasters.
Yeah. So
my homeland.
You wanted to know the Shifty sweater. It does use fingering. My yarn is probably it's the Connie is my base yarn, and it's classified as a sport. But the yardage to me, like the yardage is like 600 meters in 150 grams. So that's basically like a fingering. Mm-hmm. So, I know, Mary, yours is gorgeous. Mary's at the same point in her Shifty. Mm-hmm. So, Sue said she just bought the pattern for Lexa.
It's such a pretty pattern.
I might do this again because it's like, most of your work is up here in the yoke, and then there's just a little bit at the sides when you go down. So,
yeah.
Anyway, and you're saying, did I still enjoy it? Yes, because anybody that's doing Shifty, like every row you do is
Is like a
exciting.
different row. I know, because you're so anxious to see what the little
That's
blips are
right.
going to look like in that color background, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So we have a lot of activity. I was talking about that when you weren't listening, and
I was trying to listen.
we have a lot of activity in our chatter group, and we're going to get an
FO thread.
An FO thread posted, because I know some of you are done your items already. I'm not. I won't be for a while, but we're really having fun looking at what everybody's making in there.
So Mary made hers in DK, so she went down 2 sizes. Valerie said woolly witchcraft. Said if you knit continental, we should try Norwegian Pearl. Watch the new podcast.
Watch the podcast. We talked about that.
And I have tried it, and yes, I love it.
Hi, yes, Diane.
Mary, in the round blips are great. Because in the round one, when you're doing the sweater, Kelly, you don't even have to go back and purl.
Oh, that would be a big benefit, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So
that would be great.
I way back, I saw someone had said that they had ordered the yarn and only got 1 skein so far. Well, I hope the other one comes in.
I think
it's awful having to wait for something when you're ready to start.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have a specific color in mind and you've ordered it. And
yeah. Peggy's working on socks.
Mm-hmm.
And Sandy is trying to finish a top that she's doing, and then she's going to do Shifty Scrappy. Oh, I like those 2 words together too.
Well, you can, because it's like you can put in whatever color you
like. Anything you like. Absolutely.
So I'll let you know after tonight how easy it is to work on it and talk at the same time. Maybe it would have been better with the sound off. I could have concentrated better.
I'm not
just
sure.
Kidding, Kelly. I'm just kidding, Kelly.
Did everybody else feel that big bus that rolled over me? I can't be the only one who felt that.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know if I can work on the night shift shawl and talk and read comments at the same time. I'm going to be honest.
I know that's the thing, reading comments at the same time. And I'm thinking I'm only slipping 2, knitting 2, but you can also always slip the wrong 2 and knit the wrong 2 and do that part way through. So
Valerie's working on an anchor tee. Oh, Valerie, I saw your Instagram post. That is the most beautiful yarn that you're using for that anchor tee. It is perfect. It's just got the right amount of like color flecks in it. You know, sometimes.
Oh, now Kelly's gone. This is going to be one of those nights, I think. Anyways, I saw, Michelle, yes, I saw your night shift shawl, and it's gorgeous. So you said you just started a jumper for your husband. That's nice. And Mary, you put a lot more colors in yours, didn't you? Because like my Shifty, I'm just using like a base yarn and then using a merino that I spun. So I'm only actually ever using 2 colors, so I don't have to switch out a whole lot of other things, which is nice because then I'm not worrying about where to switch them. But because that's it. We've only really done Shifty things. At least I have only done Shifty things where I've actually just been using 2 different yarns.
Mm-hmm.
But your shift cowl, you would have used the 3 where you had to switch out backgrounds. Right? The cowl? Doesn't the cowl call for 3 skeins of...
It did, but yes, that's right. That's right. Because there was a color A, B, and C in the cowl.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, Barb, exactly. See, bye, Kelly. My internet connection cut out. And she said, bye, Kelly. Boy, oh boy, that bus.
I hurt your internet feelings connections. There's internet connections feelings.
It takes nothing to hurt my internet feeling connections. I'm serious. This internet, it's...
Well, to tell you the truth, I almost thought that was the problem with the sound originally. Because I know your Courtright internet isn't the best.
It's not. It's truly not. It's just awful. And, like I switched providers and everything, and it just didn't get any better.
Okay, I see. I just did this wrong.
Yeah, and I did this wrong too. So, okay. I wanted to show everybody this, and now I can't even get to the end of the row without having to go back to fix it. Oh my goodness.
Is this yours?
Okay.
This is your night shift. Oh, now you're gone again. This is just going to be one of those nights, I think. Okay, so Sarah, you picked up a shift cowl at Little Red Mitten at Knit in Public Day. I know, they're so much fun. You should cast on. It's just, you will love doing the stitch. So, and Janet, you're knitting the Chapelco socks. I'm not sure that I know that one. Oh, by Hohi. Is that a new pattern that she just put out? Just catching up on everybody's comments here.
Okay. This internet tonight is going to be the worst. Clearly.
Okay, you know what? It probably said, we let you do a podcast this afternoon. We're done.
Well, I was just about to say, never again can we podcast and live stream on the same day. Clearly, we have jinxed the internet gods, or jinxed ourselves, and our luck has run out. But anyway, I don't know. What did I miss? Picked up a kit for the shift.
You were knitting something. You were going to show us.
I was going to show you. Yeah. And now I really can't even do that properly.
I know. I'm going to have to set mine down too, because I'm obviously just making mistakes here.
Okay. This is
pretty.
A little piece of the baby blanket that that everybody recommended to me. So it is the Espèce Tricot pattern for the chevron baby blanket. And I'm loving it. Well, I really like it when I don't get off kilter. And I thought it was easy enough I could do this, but it's so pretty. And I'm using the Knit Picks Comfy Cozy. I am completely askew now. I am using Comfy Color Mist Knit Picks, and it is cotton, Pima cotton, and a tiny bit of acrylic in there. So I really like it. It's so soft. And this is the color Inchworm. And then I have Chive Blossom is the purple, and the gray is Foggy Beach. So that's that. I'm afraid to pick anything else up to work on.
I know.
I could work on a sock. Could I? I don't know. I'm putting the heel in now. It's probably
okay. That's it. I ended up wrong. Okay. Seriously. Okay. Time to just
believe it or not, we know how to knit. Believe it or not. I've even knit socks before. Yes, I have. So on these socks, I thought, well, maybe I could work on these. But now I'm putting in the heel, and I'm doing a Flegel heel, which is not my...
Done.
It's going to be hard to be a knitting podcast if we are not knitting, though. Noelle, just say it. So I'm at the part where I'm doing this. Just keep your arms moving. People won't know.
That's right. Get a dishcloth going. I'm not even sure I could do that right now, to tell you the truth. I'm thinking about knitting.
For all of you who've joined in and this is your first knit chat, we apologize. We're not usually this bad. We're really not.
Okay. Oh, Sheila's going to get a popsicle. I'll have one. Okay, and I keep moving out of the camera range too. Okay. Okay.
Some sticky tack to sit you to your seat.
I know. Yeah, pour a glass. I think I might have to.
Okay, Marianne. Let's go back to Marianne's comment. She said this is her first ever knit along and she's enjoying the night shift. I am so happy. And how is this your first? Welcome. Welcome. And we have some really good prizes, guys, too. There are some good prizes rolling in for this one. More than one, might I say. Several. And, Lynn is suggesting you pour a glass, too.
I'm doing it. I'm doing what the viewers want. I'll be back.
Peer pressure. Peer pressure. And she's taken off again with her headphones. And how much do we all want to bet that they're not going to work when she comes back either?
No, I can still hear you in my head.
Oops.
You could have thrown me under the bus. I just brought the bottle.
Oh, dear. Okay.
And I tripped over my yarn as I was going out.
Okay. Oh, okay. Where is this? Here's something. Let me put this one up. I'm going to try to. I feel like the internet is failing me again because it doesn't want to do what I'm trying to get it to do. I should be able to show the comment. Pat's comment.
Okay, just a minute. Deep breath.
Maybe it'll come up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Lion Brand is selling Santa surprise sacks, 9 skeins for $20. That is a really good deal. Mm-hmm. Also, Habitation Baby Blanket Pattern and some others are free from Helen Stewart with code HOMEBODY. Also good deals.
Yeah.
I have my notepad too. Lion Brand. Do they ship to Canada though, Pat? That's the question.
Okay, Marianne said, what a shift show.
I love it.
This is not how it was supposed to go tonight, but I don't need a straw, Barb. I need a funnel. Okay. Anyway, I'm moving my project out of the way of the red wine. So.
Yes, please do. Okay.
Oh, you guys are hilarious. Sarah says super punny. I love puns. Okay. And someone said we should be called the Giggle Podcast. Okay, we got to stop laughing. Okay, sorry. I'm calming down. Tracy says, Tracy, this is a different Tracy. This is Tracy. I think is this Tracy Knitting Domestic Goddess, right? Tracy Gilfillan?
Yes.
Okay, Tracy, we're usually better than this.
We are. We really are. We haven't had a shift show like this in a while.
We haven't. Anyway, okay, let's get back to, what are we talking about? Knitting.
Well, thank you, Valerie. Valerie said she's had the worst few days at work, and her joy and laughter is exactly what she needed. So, okay. There.
Okay.
That makes me feel better. Feel better. Not a lot better, but we do feel better. But I hope you feel better, Valerie.
I'm feeling much better.
Bad days at work are the worst. They really are.
Anyway.
And I fell behind again. Okay.
Tracy says she's knitting the Even Fall Sweater. That's the new one, isn't it? By Andrew Mowry?
Yes. I already have the pattern for that one. As soon as I saw it, I said, I love it. I'm going to be making that one. And I don't know what I'm going to make it with yet, but I'm definitely making it. I really love that pattern. And
yeah, I liked it too.
She had a picture today, actually, I think on Instagram, where she showed a picture with a pair of pants that she had made to go with it.
The balloony pants?
Yes.
The parachutey pants?
Yes. I like the
I always think that I like those, but then because I'm so short and I put them on and just looks not right. There, I threw myself under the bus.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Back. We're supposed to be serious.
I know. Okay. I'm trying.
Okay. Sarah said she's glad she's here live for this. I'm not sure I'm glad I'm here.
No, I think Sarah's probably regretting the fact that she set an alarm to be here for this because she was late last week for the first time. And this time she said, I've got an alarm set. I'm not going to miss it. Bet you're glad you set that alarm now, aren't you, Sarah? Oh my gosh, What a show. Alrighty. I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, Susan says there are certain things short people shouldn't wear. Agreed.
Well, I would like to say that, I mean, everybody.
Oh, we don't know what Kelly was going to say, but hopefully she'll be back soon to let us know. So, okay, let's go back to some comments here. Oh, Maureen says, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade or wine. Totally agree with that one. Oh, Sue, that's so nice that you look forward to Tuesdays. And Valerie, you said you would look like a pear if you tried to wear those pants. I think that's exactly what I did look like when I tried them on. Anyway. Oh, thanks so much, Sheila. That's so nice to hear. But we usually are a little bit more serious than this. And we actually usually do knits on this knitting podcast. Okay, can I spell the pattern? Yes, Valerie, it's Lexa. So, and it's by Hatta Knits. Sarah says there's enough seriousness enough in her day. Yeah, we just need to let go and laugh and, you know, be able to laugh at ourselves too. So anyway, where do you think Kelly goes? I don't know where she goes when this happens. She's somewhere in the Courtright internet. So anyway, so let's go back and talk about our oh, Valerie, so you're buying it too. It actually was a really fun knit and really fast because a lot of it's just plain stocking stitch. Oh no, Rachel said my son's watching tonight now too. Not a good one for his first impression. Tell him to turn it off, Rachel. Oh, thanks, Mary. It's so nice to be able to laugh sometimes.
Okay, can I just say that my internet is going under the bus tonight. That's it. I've tried. I have fought the good fight with this provider. I'm done with it.
They are done. They are done.
Back to where I came from, and I can't handle this.
Everybody wants to know where you go when that goes off. I said somewhere into the deep hole of the Courtright internet.
I don't know. I feel like I just want to name this provider. I want to call this provider out and see if everybody else has this many issues. I thought, you know, the thing is, when you are live streaming, you need a really good, or as fast as you can get for like an up signal, right? And I wasn't available to me to get that in Courtright. So I thought that was part of what our problems were with some of the earlier episodes when we were just starting out having to do it like through streaming. I thought that was the issue. So I found a provider that had promised these like super fast speeds, and literally it was working like 2 minutes before I came on here. I did a speed check. I'm getting like super fast, and now it just comes and goes. This is not fun. This is not fun for me. It's not fun for you guys. And it's not going to be fun for the poor person that gets me on the phone tomorrow either. Maybe tonight. Maybe I'll do it tonight.
Oh, well. Unfortunately, things that we can't do anything about. So.
That's right.
Okay. So Sarah said she was teaching online today, and there was a baby screaming in one kid's house and parents arguing in another, and she just had to throw up her hands and give up. I can't imagine what teachers must be hearing with all this online Zoom things and what they hear in the background. And, you know, it's bad enough as a teacher when you're teaching in class and kids tell you things, but to actually witness everything that's going on in the house.
Exactly. And
I'm sure it's, yeah. So, okay. So Heather got some more information about the Lion brand. So the Lion brand Santa bag in Canada is $25.13, but shipping is $26.40. So that's still less than, like if you're getting $65 worth of yarn, it's still less than even with the shipping. Mm-hmm, but unfortunately, we still can't get it for those of us that live in border cities. We still can't get it shipped to a PO box because we can't go across.
No,
and get it
not yet.
So Sarah's calling Saw a father in his underwear.
What's that?
Well,
Oh,
there were members of the, wasn't there that guy that's in the House of Commons or something that twice, how can you get caught twice in your underwear on, come on. That hasn't happened to us yet, Kelly.
no, no. But, you know, if the sweater is short enough, one might think there's not underwear underneath it. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, got to go back and catch up in some of these. And I'm still moving out of the screen. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Well, you're obviously hitting your desk too, because you're doing a lot of shaking.
Oh, well.
And Barb says she has Kojiko and it's been bad for the last year and a half. Okay, Barb, I have Kojiko too. That's the problem. So, you know, they came along and they offered something shiny and new, and it's supposed to be super fast. And when it's working, it works. But when it's not, it's really not. So I think I'm going to go back to Start Communications, which is the internet provider that I had, and they were fantastic. I never had issues. But here's the thing: Start Communications is actually using Kojiko's network. Like it uses
that's a lot of them use Kojiko's equipment.
But I could only get an upload speed of 10 megabits through Start. And with Kojiko, it said that I could get an upload speed of 30. So I'm thinking, you know, that would make our podcast look better. And, you know, we're ladies of a certain age, so better is always a help.
But 10 working is better than 30 not working.
Yes, exactly. Because at one point for 2.5 weeks, it was 4.
And that was when it was supposed to be 30?
No, that's when it's supposed to be 1,000 down and 30 up.
Oh,
okay. And it was 4 down, and it still said it was 30 up, but I don't even know if that was true. So I don't know. Like I've played this game for 2 months now. I'm still paying for 2 service providers, and you know, I did get a credit for the first month, but anyway, enough about that. Let's just hope that we hang in here for the rest of this time. Yes. And then we'll move on from there.
Yeah. So
I'm just trying to read the comment about school. One of the kids' teachers said at parents' night, I promise to believe only half of what your kid has been saying. Oops, it rolled up too quick. If you promise to believe only half of what they say happens at school. Well, there you go. Exactly. Yep. Exactly it.
Well, Sue says she's been working at home for over a year, and this morning an electrician working for her neighbor walked into her house on accident.
Oh.
That's a little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Marnie. She said she finally got onto the live. Oh, so sorry, Marnie, that this is the one you signed up for. Oh, my goodness. We've been just ripe with errors tonight. Or
today, yes. Tech errors. And
tonight,
knitting errors.
Only tonight.
Actually, and knitting errors.
Yeah, I now have 3 projects sitting beside me on the floor.
Oh, okay, but I have some pretty fleece.
That is really pretty.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Mm-hmm. Where did you get that one from?
It is from, I don't know. I think it's Wool and Pine Co. But I'm not I'm not positive. Or Lily Pine. I know it has pine in it. So it was something that Jacqueline got me for Mother's Day.
It's really pretty.
But it is really pretty. It's a Corriedale, and it's really soft, like really soft pinks and aqua, and there's a nice gold in it. Mm-hmm. I thought you would like that. There's this pretty, those colors in it.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. Do you have the one that beside you that you showed? Giving away all the podcast secrets today. Do you have the one beside you that I really liked that had the straw colored gold in it?
This one?
No.
Are you sure? No, I don't. Because this one I still have to wash. The other one's washed, so it's gone upstairs to get put away. This one's still down here because I have to wash it. So no, sorry. And I'm not going out of the room because who knows what might happen.
Don't leave. Don't leave. No, don't leave. So. We had, are you telling me that you already put away everything from the podcast today? I just pushed mine across the room. It's still sitting. I have it on top of a tote box on wheels.
Yeah, but you have a separate room.
Yes.
I don't, right? Mine's all in my family room. So
Yeah.
Anyway, Mary says that she loves spinning Corriedale. And Sue, she said, was I going to join a team for Tour de Fleece? I don't exactly understand Tour de Fleece. I know that it's spinning during Tour de France, but I didn't know anything about teams or anything like that. So probably not this year. I might look into it a little more for next year so that I'm a little more prepared. Right now I've got a sample knit that I'm doing for Little Red Mitten, and I need to get that on the go and do that. So that's my main next focus thing to get done.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I'm obviously not knitting it tonight because I just have to unknit it tomorrow. So Mary says she hasn't done any spinning since the Shifty. Mary, we were just talking about, again, we're telling everything about the podcast, but since I started spinning in January, I feel like something's wrong if that spinning wheel is sitting there empty. Something has to be on it. And with the electric one, I can just come and spin, honestly, just come and spin for a couple of minutes. Like while I'm waiting for the timer to go off on the oven or something, and just spin for a few seconds and then just leave it. So that, because it's always there. I turn it on at the beginning because usually the first thing I do is in the morning, put my coffee on, and then I come and I spin for a while till the coffee's ready. And it feels like something's wrong if that's not sitting there ready to do that. So as soon as something comes off, something else goes on. Now, usually I will do 2 bobbins, let them sit, and then put something else on because you're supposed to let the bobbin sit. Well, I thought it was longer. I thought it was maybe 3 or 4 days, but apparently I can just do it overnight. That's what I did with the last one. But if I had to wait 3 or 4 days before I could ply it, I'd put something else on, spin that, take that off, then do the plying. But so far, I haven't gotten into the habit of spinning up a whole bunch of bobbins and have them sit there and not ply it, because I love plying. I love seeing the yarn come together. So unlike all my sweaters that are on Sleeve Island that are just waiting for sleeves, like the yarn I really want to get done. When I've got those 2 bobbins and I'm doing a 2-ply, I want to see what it looks like. Mm-hmm. So I don't find that it sits there and waits. I want to see it. So.
But I think that's a little bit of your personality too. Is that I don't want to say an obsessive personality, but like you're driven, right? And I'm a little bit
focused.
I'm a little bit like that too. Like, okay, so I typically go to bed pretty late, as you know, but I can't go to bed until I have done a tiny bit of knitting. Like I just can't do it. Like it's this thing that says like, oh, I didn't get anything out of the day for me today. Because if I just went to work and then I came home and I did chores and I did running around or I did errands or something, and then by the time I usually get to sit down at night, it's already 10:30, sometimes 11 o'clock at night before I actually sit down. But I have to sit down and knit. I have to knit for like a half an hour at least, or 45 minutes before I go to bed. Because if I don't, well, then what was the day all about? If I got nothing for me, right? And I don't know. Am I slower because I'm older to do things? I don't know how this works, because I mean, I raised 2 children and I had time to do all the things, plus raise 2 children and have a full-time job. So how is it that now, when there's just 2 of us in the house, although, I mean, he's enough work as it is, but that's not right. But how is it that I still have like such a little bit of time? But I have to get that little bit of time for me.
Yep. So Sarah wants to know if in hand spinning you can only do a 2-ply. No, you can do as many plies as, well, you can do as many plies as you want. Like my husband did build me like a lazy Kate that you put your bobbins on, and it'll hold 3. So I do plan on doing a 3-ply, but I wanted to wait till I got was spinning thin enough so that I didn't end up with like a finished yarn that was too thick. Plus you can also do a 3-ply by doing what they call a Navajo ply or chain plying. And it's where you've got one, but I haven't figured that one out yet. I've tried it, but it didn't come out very even. So I've got to work on that. So yeah, it's possible to do all different number of plies. So, and Tracy wants to know if I'm still weaving. I am, Tracy, but I haven't done anything for a while, 3 months maybe. But I do want to get some more tea towels on the go, because mine, I need a couple more for myself. And I've got a couple of weddings and things coming up. I want to do some for, like, it's a nice gift to give someone for a wedding, like, you know, with the gift card or whatever. And it's just something a little extra to go along with it. So yeah, so I got to get those on. Peggy says she knits first thing in the morning and often dreams of knitting.
I think we're all guilty of that.
Dreaming?
Yeah.
Dream knitting? Yeah.
Yarn
Oh,
dreams,
yeah, for sure.
yarn dreaming, like thinking about yarn or planning a project. And Valerie wants to know if my kids helped. Yes, Valerie, the kids helped. They used to think they were the only kids. Like in school, they swore to me they were the only kids that had chores to do. They didn't understand that. They said, "Oh, no other kids have to do house chores." And I said, "Well, you do in this house. So if there's another house that you want to join, that's up to you. But in this house, we do chores." So
yeah,
that's that. Oh, and weddings next year. Hope we can have those. Yes.
Well, we have one this year. You have
So
one
do
this
we.
year.
I have one this year. Yes. Coming up really soon, too.
Yep. I think yours is a couple of days before mine.
Yes. Well, not yours and mine, our children.
Our children's. Okay. I did get a dress. And that was a fun experience. Rachel and I went, and it was fun, but it's the first time I've ever gone dress shopping and tried on all my dresses with a mask on. But anyway, it was good. It was fun. It was a really nice shop in London. I don't know anybody that's from London. It was Juniper Dress Boutique, but really nice. The girls were nice. They only had like organized appointments, so it wasn't like you could go in and there was tons of people in there.
Right.
So,
right.
And you could only bring one person with you. So Rachel came with me, and yeah, it was fun. I have to get another one for next year. So I actually found a couple that I liked, but I didn't buy the other one yet. I just bought the one. And I actually got a call today. It's in already. Like I ordered it. When did I go? Last week on Wednesday. And I got a call today that it's in. So.
She sent me a picture, and she was standing on the little stand in the dress shop. And I said, "You look so tall. You're like, Noelle on a cake." And she goes, "I wonder if they'll let me bring the little stand to the wedding."
That's right. I'll put little wheels on it and go down the aisle.
Ross can just give you a little shove and you can make it down the
aisle. Anyway.
It was a really pretty dress. I liked it a lot. It's very pretty.
And Sarah says she knits in the morning with her tea for about 20 minutes before leaving for work. And then right when she gets home for another cup of tea. Yeah, it helps decompress. And I find the reason, like I get up early and I knit probably the most that I knit in the morning before my husband gets up. And I think a lot of that stemmed from when the kids were all young. If I didn't get up at that time, I didn't have any time to the day that I called my own, right? Because with 5 kids, by the time they all went to bed at night, I was exhausted, which is probably why I go to bed early still.
Still trying to recover from 5 children.
Trying to recover from that. That's right. So, but yeah, I really enjoy knitting in the morning the most. It's just such a nice, relaxing way to wake up and start the day. And so.
And I like to knit at night, but that's how we're different. That's the one way we're different.
Yep.
And I do
like, we seem to mesh okay. We seem to mesh okay when we go away together though. So.
Well, I think wine makes you stay up a little later at night.
Sometimes.
I'm like Sarah, though. I always like to have a tea while I knit. And my favorite thing, this is the best thing, is in the summer months on the weekends to get up. I don't sleep in so late on the weekends, but I like to get up on those mornings and go sit outside on the deck and knit with a tea because then, all the birds are around and it's quiet. The neighborhood. The lawnmowers don't start until about 8:30 in my neighborhood. So it's quite nice out there in the morning.
Yep. So, yeah. And Sarah says she loves to get up early and have the house to herself. Yeah. I really enjoy the time when I have the house to myself. So like Ross and I are on a little bit different schedule. Like I'm usually up by 5 or 5:30 and he doesn't usually get up till 8 or 8:30, but he's working right now. So he's gone through the day. And then I usually am in bed, like probably an hour before he goes to bed. So, and he's always been more that's always been sort of his, what do they call it? Your circadian rhythm or your biorhythm or something.
Yes. Yeah.
That it's kind of an instilled thing, and it's not necessarily something that's, I think it's hard to change it if you are one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, my husband goes to bed earlier than me, and then he's up earlier, and I would prefer to sleep a little bit later. So, no, Rachel, she only sent me the one.
I'm not sending you the other.
Is there some fun I'm missing out on? If you have them, Rachel.
There is. We won't even tell you what the sales girl said.
Oh dear. Well,
I had tried one on that. Seriously, the back was cut right down lower than it should have been cut. Anyways. Okay. Well, anyway, so I said, oh, I'm not really sure this is appropriate for the mother of the groom. And the sales girl goes, well, maybe the slutty mother of the groom. I did not get that dress.
You could position yourself beside the guest book. You could hold the pen. No. Oh dear.
Anyway,
Michelle says she's trying to knit only on one project at a time. She feels calmer and she's achieving more. Sometimes I wonder if that would help if I just worked on one thing monogamously, but I don't know. I really just like having.
I like different things for whatever I'm sort of in the mood to knit. Because like sometimes I want something complicated because I want to feel like it's a challenge, and then other times I just want to knit and not think about it.
Yeah.
So
I like having options. I guess that's.
Yeah.
Marnie was up at 5. Okay, Marnie, when I said I get up in the morning and knit on the deck, not at 5. Heck no. An earlier morning for me is still 8 o'clock. Yep. Bye, Donna. She's got to go.
Bye, Donna.
We have a lot of birds in our backyard. Well, we feed them, so that's why they're there, right? It's like a flipping bird buffet back there. There's we put out jelly for the Orioles, and we've got sunflower seeds for the grosbecks and everything else that wants to eat it. And then we put peanuts out there for the squirrels. So it's like a little nature reserve out there. We did have a groundhog that passed through last week. I made sure that he kept going because he ate one of my plants, and I was really unhappy. And I said, if he stayed in the yard another day, he was going to get live trapped and relocated, but he moved on. And then 2 nights ago when we had that storm, I still had the patio door open. It wasn't quite closed. And I could hear this like crackling in the tree, grabbed the flashlight, looked out. I had 3 baby raccoons scooting up. So it's like a wildlife preserve out there, but the birds can be pretty loud. And I know we were talking to our daughter last weekend, and we were sitting out on the back deck, and she's like, where are you? And I said, we're sitting outside. And she's like, it sounds like a bird sanctuary there.
But it's when you're outside and you're talking on FaceTime or something like that, it is. It's like the background noises almost get amplified. Because I know when I've been talking.
We had talked about doing some of our like knit chats outside where I could sit out on the deck. I don't know with the amount of birds.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I just have to go back to this. Susan says SMOG, a new acronym.
Perfect.
I'm gonna have to remember that one. So okay, Linda says that she needs variety. Less productive if only one task. I would think if I was only working on one thing at a time, I'd find the same thing, because I'd probably find more reasons to put it down. Whereas sometimes I'll put one thing down and then pick up something else because I just want variety.
Yep.
So, oh, and I have to show this. This was just to show, because when you watch the podcast, this was an FO that I counted as an FO, but it wasn't really an FO because I wasn't really fully done. But then I am now fully done.
I still think it's so freaking cute.
So this is just a little sweater that I did for my granddaughter, Molly, and just did the little crocheted flower up here on it. Where is it? There, with the little button in the middle of it. But this is just done in that cotton yarn. And on the podcast, I just had the one sleeve left to finish up, to sew up. So I want to show you that there, it's done. So this is what I worked on when we were listening to the bingo. And so that since I didn't have any numbers to cross off, it was pretty easy to get it done. But
And just so you know, the name of everybody, the name of that yarn is Cottonlicious. And I'm sorry, but Cottonlicious sounds like something that a smog might wear. Just saying.
Like my red ranunculus.
Red ranunculicious, wasn't it?
Yeah,
no?
Rachel christened it ranunculicious, my ranunculicious. Anyway. Emily says she needs a couple of projects, but no more than 3. More than that, and she feels like she doesn't make progress on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Susan, that pattern is actually a free pattern on Ravelry. It's called French Macaroon. And they show it in like doing it in a little baby sweater. It's so cute, just in the little baby, like little 3-month size. That I did, that yarn is thicker, so I had to kind of adjust, but the actual pattern is, I think it's done for DK weight yarn, but it makes the cutest little baby sweater, and it does have a button at the neck, so there's a wide enough opening to get it over a baby's head. So
I might have to remember that pattern. It's cute.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much yarn, right? Especially in the color block.
Right.
And it would look really nice to use a solid and a speckle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be pretty.
Yep. Rachel's going to get us some pictures with Molly in it. So
yes, absolutely. We'll need that. Put that on the podcast. When are you giving it to her?
I haven't blocked it yet, so I'm going to wash it, just block it, and so later this week.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I might do another one. I was trying to look and see what I had left in that yarn, but we'll see. Who knows? Who knows? I might end up casting on something completely different, even though I'm supposed to be finishing something else. So yes, Barb, she was the little singer.
Barbara Ann.
Yeah, she sang Barbara Ann. Yeah.
And she was right on key too. That was so cute.
She is very musical. And she's so appreciative of knitwear. Like, you don't expect little kids to be that, but she just loves everything that I knit for her. You can't put it on her unless she's going to have it right then, because she doesn't want you to take it back off.
Oh.
So yeah, and Rachel's saying here that Molly is, and Rachel said I could talk about this, but Molly was a preemie. She only weighed 2.5 pounds when she was born. So she was in the hospital for 2.5 months after she was born before she finally came home. And she couldn't be born in the city that we live in because we don't have specialized neonatal care. Mm-hmm. And at the time, from Sarnia, she would normally go to London, but that was in January of 2018, and there was that super snowstorm, blizzard, ice storm. So mm-hmm. They couldn't take her to London. So she ended up going to Windsor. So they ended up in Windsor for, I think, 10 days. And then they got moved to London for another, I don't know how many weeks, before she moved back to Sarnia for the last couple of weeks before. But we can't believe how well she is doing and how much she is like pretty much has caught right up to where she would be if she was not a preemie. So, yeah. And so super smart. She's super smart.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and
yeah.
She always seems happy.
She's always happy. So, yeah. That's right. If I'm having a bad day, all I have to do is call them, and that puts a smile on my face, because it's always, and Rachel usually calls me in the morning, and it's always, "Good morning, Grandma." It's just so nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but she loves her grandma more than anyone. I know, she told Rachel she's going to go live at grandma's, and Rachel goes, "I'll help you pack your bag."
So cute.
Anyway, just wait. You'll be on FaceTime so much every morning. And Wendy, she's 3 now. So, and I just love having all these little girls around to knit things for, because I had 5 children, but the first one was a girl, and then the 4 after that were boys. So, and Jacqueline was never really into, she didn't want all the knit things, and she did like the frilly dresses for the first little while, but basically by the time she was 3, she was picking out her own stuff, and it wasn't stuff that I would have picked. So. Oh,
Nikki says that she has a preemie as well.
Yeah. Yep. So I know it's actually amazing how much they can do now. And I mean, Molly at 2.5 pounds, like you see stories of babies that are like way smaller than that that survive. So, I mean, it's good that we have the medical technology that can happen. And Valerie says her preemie baby is now 32. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Kendall sent me a video this week of the belly moving. So I got to see my grandbaby. Probably going to be a soccer player, I'm sure. Very active.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the belly.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, thanks, Luann. I do feel so blessed because it's not, everything's not guaranteed in life, right? I mean, you want everybody that wants to have babies to be able to have babies, but that's not always the case. And it's,
no.
I mean, like I look back at, and I was so lucky to have 5 pregnancies, no miscarriages, easy deliveries. And yet, like both my daughter and my daughter-in-law ended up having sections with like labor problems. And so you don't know. There's just no guarantee for anything. It's, like I wish everybody could have grandchildren because I think it's amazing. And I wish everything could go fine. But there's, I don't know. I would never ask anybody more about having babies because you don't know whether someone's not having a baby because they don't want to have children or because they can't.
That's right.
They've been trying. So I never ask.
No. And everybody's birth story and journey is different, right?
Yep.
So it's just best to let them share with you what they're comfortable to share.
Yep. Oh, Anne says that her grandson was born at 25 weeks, weighed 1 pound, 10 ounces, and he's 5 now and doing great. That's awesome.
Wow.
So, and it's funny because when you start talking about it, you find that there's more and more people that have had preemies and have been through traumatic birth experiences, but it's not necessarily that you just something that you come out and start talking about. But I mean, it's nice if everybody, I think you maybe don't feel so alone if people share their stories.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Whereas, Valerie said she lost 5 before she had her preemie. Wow, that's tough. That's, like I said, I feel so blessed and so lucky that I didn't have to go through that. So,
yeah, me as well. With my 2.
Yep.
I don't know how you did 5. 2.
Well, it's funny because my kids say that to me now. My kids that have kids say to me, "How did you ever have 5? What were you thinking?" Well, the problem is not thinking. So, okay. My one son's probably going to kill me, but I'm going to tell this story anyway. Anyway, I forgot to tell it at his wedding, and I should have. But anyways, okay, so he wasn't very old. I won't say which son it was, but he wasn't very old, and he had just learned the facts of life, right? So he's sitting, like he was still young enough that I was in the bathroom with him to help him wash his hair and everything, and he just looked at me and he went, "You and Dad did that 5 times?" I started laughing, and then he goes, "More?"
Oh.
Anyways, things that you remember. And I meant to tell that story at his wedding, and I forgot. Anyway.
The horror. The horror.
Yep.
Traumatized. Horrible things we do to our children.
Anyway, I still have a couple of weddings to go through. I might just tell a story that I forgot at one.
Yeah. You know what? It doesn't matter who said it.
So anyway, it is. You got a lot of good stories with 5 kids. So.
I bet. My favorite story about my son was he swallowed a marble. And he swallowed a marble when we weren't home. His sister, who was 7 years older, was babysitting him at the time. So I want to say he was probably 7 or 8 years old. And we were just out for a short time and we get a phone call that he swallowed a marble. And I said, "How did you swallow a marble? Do tell." Well, he had a story worked out. Let me assure you, he had a story worked out. I don't really think I ever found out how he swallowed or why he swallowed a marble, which just made me think of that book. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Yeah. But he had a whole story worked out. And so I thought, you know what, like maybe I should take him and get an x-ray and just figure out like what part it might be lodged in, just so that we can all be assured that it's going to make its way out fine. So I take him to the hospital and they x-rayed, and sure enough, there was the marble right in the middle. And he told them this story, and it had something to do with he was goofing around in the kitchen and he was playing with a marble and he threw it up and it landed on top of a cupboard. And then when he was trying to get it off, because it was like a freestanding cabinet, and he like banged on it and he was waiting for it to come down and his mouth was open and it just so happened to fall off the top of the cabinet and into his mouth, and in his surprise, he swallowed it. I do not believe that for a second. I have no idea what shenanigans were happening when we were not at home. But anyway, he swallowed the marble. 2 days later, I'm at work in the afternoon. He gets home from school. Again, he's with his sister. I get a phone call. He's like, Mom, guess what? I said, what? He goes, I think the marble came out. And I said, how do you know? He goes, because I got home and I had to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom. He goes, and I pooped. And then he says, when I flushed the toilet, it went ping, 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 ping. And I'm like, all right, maybe the marble's out. But I guess he was fine. But what a kid, the stories he could tell.
Yep. So anyway, I'm just going to go back. There was some other people that have had preemies and complicated birth stories. But I think the thing is like if you do reach out, you will find that there are people that are going through the same thing.
Yeah.
And talking to someone that's been through the same thing, I think can help a lot more than, because they know what you're going through. They know what you're feeling. So anyway, so I'm just talking to Nikki in particular. And Nikki, I hope things go well. I hope that everything turns out okay. So it's tough to have to deal with things like that.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think there's also like a stigma around the whole situation that makes it difficult for people to talk about. And there shouldn't be, you know, there just shouldn't be. And you should never feel that you can't speak your story, you know. And I agree with what you said. If you put yourself out there, there will be people that will be able to respond.
Mm-hmm.
So you shouldn't have to go through it alone. I guess that's what we're trying to say.
Nope. So Sarah says her sister stuck a salted peanut up her nose. Okay. And her sister-in-law put a fish egg up hers. My son, this is a different son. Someone had found outside a robin's egg. So like it was not going to hatch because it had been separated from the mother, but we had it in this little nest. So we just kind of kept it. It never hatched. And the kids would take it to school, like, you know, for show and tell or whatever. Right. But anyway, one of the younger ones, this one time he got a hold of it and he took a bite out of it because he thought it was one of those, you know, those malted milk Easter eggs that are like the blue. I thought, oh, what do I call poison control and say he ate like this egg that's all petrified in the middle?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, he spit it out, but Anyway, yes, kids do ridiculous things. But so Sarah's talking about, there was an interesting show on CBC Radio about stigma around unpleasant birth stories and how all we want to think that it's a joyous occasion. Well, I think having the baby, physically having and holding the baby is joyous, but everybody's birth story is not. You know, there's a lot of, it's actually, you know what, the whole process of birth and recreation is absolutely amazing in itself. And that mm-hmm. as many people are born to propagate or to, you know, continue the population, because it really is, I think, miraculous, mm-hmm. like the whole process. So,
yeah. That's something I like to say to my son sometimes when he's, you know, he's an adult now. He lives on his own. He's 24 years old. So it's not like, you know, we're not having arguments or anything, but like, you know how you have play arguments.
Oh, well, we don't know. Kelly's gone again. Hopefully she'll be back. It's that internet in Courtright again. Anyway, yeah, I just do think that, you know, it is miraculous that just every time a baby's born, it's just so special. But at the same point, like, I know I went back here and Kimmy's, like, I think that's amazing that she had secondary infertility and she went on to adopt 8 children. That is absolutely amazing. That's wonderful. And I'm sure that going back, if I hadn't been able to have children, I definitely do think that I would have gone the adoption route, because I mean, I think that I don't know, that it doesn't have to be like a blood related baby to be someone that you're going to love for the rest of your life. I think that bond is way different than that. So anyway, I don't know if Kelly's going to be back, but we're almost going on to an hour and 20 minutes. So I think we'll probably just wrap it up for tonight. Hopefully by the time we come back next week, some of the issues with the internet will be fixed. Have to apologize again for that tonight. And, you know, the issues that we had at the start with sound, and now the issues with the internet, you know, hopefully eventually we'll get that straightened out. Hopefully at some point in the near future, Kelly and I will be able to be together when we do this, and we won't have to worry so much about these problems. So
sorry.
And anyways, that's okay. And anyways, you're right, Mary. Chosen children are special. You are so right. Like, actually, you know, like actually giving birth to the baby does not necessarily make you the most amazing mother, but to have that child and love that child and bring that child up in a loving environment, that is what makes you the parents. Mm-hmm. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we're at an hour and 18 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I said. So, and, you know, barring you disappearing into that internet hole again.
And what if I can't get back?
Yeah.
I'm worried I'm going to get stuck in the black abyss and I won't make it back. So,
yeah, I'm watching Manifest right now, Kelly. It's kind of like that.
Is it really? Okay. Well,
no, but Manifest is where the plane disappears for 5.5 years and they come back, but they're not aged at all.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to go someplace for 5.5 years and look exactly the same. But I don't
want to miss 5.5 years of life though.
No, absolutely not. So, okay. Well, thanks everybody so much.
Yeah. And, you know, like we started off and everything was like, we were, you know, like a little bit laughing and whatever. And then it turned into such serious issues. And that's just the way
that's life
goes, you know. That's exactly right. Those are things, if we were sitting out with our friends, that's how things would turn around. You're onto one topic and then something else comes up, and you know,
and to end on a happy note,
we help each other by sharing.
That's right. But to end on a happy note, you guys are the best. Thank you for putting up with the technical issues tonight.
Yeah. So
I pray someday they go away. I would love to just bring you guys just quality technical content, but we know this is not our it's not thank God it's not a job we get paid for. We would not have a job, Noelle. But anyway,
That's right.
we
That's right.
so enjoy spending our time with you, and it's just awesome. You guys, you really are the best. I swear, we have the best group here. We really do.
Yeah, we do.
We're very lucky.
So
okay. So
Mary said it got a bit shifty.
It got a bit shifty. It did. But you know what? We are, yeah. Anyway, hopefully the podcast that we filmed today is a good one. I'm going to edit it over the next couple of days. Look for that on Thursday. You can set a little alarm. Hopefully, if you do follow us, you have the notifications set. We'll be back here next Tuesday, and maybe better. Maybe new provider. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway.
Well, it's funny because it's hit and miss, because sometimes it's okay and other times it's kind of, anyway. Yeah. And I mean, not that I'm saying that they shouldn't be better than that, but I know that it has been difficult for a lot of internet providers through the pandemic, because so many people are using like technology to be able to keep relationships going, that it's used a lot more than what it has been in the past. But they've had a year and a half to get it fixed.
Right. Well,
anyway,
in my little town, there's been all kinds of, they're running up and down the highway now. I think it's Bell is running their fiber. So I don't know, maybe someday I'll try that one too. But
yeah,
anyway, I think this has just been this is frustrating for us too. I know it's frustrating for you guys to watch. It's frustrating for us to go through it too. It's not our intent by any means.
Yeah, so, but that's live, right? That's what you get when it's live. So
yeah,
you deal with what you have to deal with. And I mean, I've seen a lot of programs on TV, a lot of news programs that have had to deal with a lot of that through this pandemic too, where they're doing virtual interviews and someone's screen goes blank or
gone.
Yep.
Okay.
So anyway.
Here's
okay, thank you everybody, and we're looking forward to next week. So get all your shifty things in there, and we love to see what you're making. And you want to talk to us about anything, just I'm not sharing that mother of the groom dress picture, but other than that. So okay.
You can find us on Instagram at the tags below our names here, and also on Ravelry. And we look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday.
Yes. Yeah.
Have a great and safe week.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night.